90-Day Fiancé stars Manon and Anthony argue about house and money. 90-Day Fiancé, the other way couple, Manon and Anthony, moved to France to start a new chapter of their life. The couple lived in Los Angeles before the shift. The relocation surprised the fans, but they show their support for the decision. The move has been tough on the couple. Manon and Anthony had a professional life in LA before moving to France. The couple stated that the move was to start a new chapter of their lives with their son Benjamin. So, what are the couple fighting about now? Read the full scoop below. 90-Day Fiancé, the other way Manon suffers a panic attack. Manon and Anthony are having a tough time after moving to France. The 90-Day Fiancé, the other way couple made the relocation as a financial and marital decision. However, she is reeling from the trauma she faced while growing up there. She said that her hometown was not fat-friendly. As a plus-size content creator, she doesn't seem to be doing well mentally. While out on a walk with her son Benjamin, Manon seems to be having a panic attack. Her breathing gets labored as she whispers, "I'm not made for this." She adds that there is nothing in this town. Manon was bullied for being fat her whole childhood. Returning to that place seems to have also left the American dream life behind, which must be tough on her. The move from LA to Marseille is taking its toll on her mentally. 90-Day Fiancé, the other way Manon and Anthony get into an argument. The couple has been living in Manon's parents' house since their relocation. In 90-Day Fiancé, the other way, she and Anthony are going house shopping when the idea of an apartment gets floated by the latter. This made her become angry. She said she won't put her money down to live in a cell jail. His priority is to move out of his in-laws' house, and he wants to be financially responsible as well. Anthony is hurt by Manon's words. She also says that he will make pennies from his job. It makes him feel like he is not good enough for her. The episode ends with her saying she wants to thrive in France and not survive. For more 90-Day Fiancé updates, follow TV seasons and spoilers. Manon and Anthony's decision to relocate from Los Angeles to Marseille, France, was initially presented as a family-oriented strategic change intended to improve lifestyle stability. Recent developments indicate that the transition has caused a sharp rise in internal tension, leading to deep emotional unease, severe financial disputes, and rising compatibility challenges. The current situation reflects a deteriorating balance between mental well-being and practical survival amid shifting cultural dynamics. From the initial stage of relocation, Manon expressed discomfort associated with returning to her childhood environment. She described the region as emotionally restrictive and not fat-friendly, revealing that she was bullied during her youth due to her body size. Resettling in the same area triggered past insecurities. Despite public support for their move, Manon now feels as though she is trapped between her past identity and present expectations. In a recorded segment, Manon was seen walking with her son Benjamin when she experienced visible signs of panic. Breathing irregularly, she spoke softly, stating that she was not made for this, and noting the lack of opportunity or positivity in the town. Her emotional response indicated that the environment may be causing a resurgence of childhood trauma rather than providing a fresh start. Anthony expressed a contrasting viewpoint, focusing on financial consistency. Since they are currently residing in Manon's parents' house, he believes that establishing independence is imperative. During a house hunting session, he suggested purchasing a mid-sized apartment to control expenses while transitioning into local work. Manon reacted negatively, stating that she would not invest her resources into what she referred to as a cell jail, clarifying that she desires to thrive, not merely survive. The phrase signified a deeper fear of limited growth potential in France. Anthony was visibly affected by the statement. He reminded her that with local income limitations, a gradual approach might be necessary. Manon further countered by questioning his earnings, claiming that he was likely to make pennies in France. The remark caused emotional harm, leaving Anthony concerned about perceived disrespect within the relationship. Individuals close to the couple indicated that Anthony sacrificed professional opportunities and financial comfort in Los Angeles to support Manon's emotional stability by relocating. He previously believed the move would strengthen their connection as parents and as partners, but the unfolding tension suggests that his efforts may be unappreciated. Those observing the interaction noted signs of quiet withdrawal and hurt from Anthony, who reportedly felt undermined and unvalued following her remarks. The disagreement over property selection has become symbolic of larger marital friction. Manon prioritizes emotional space and creative freedom connected to her identity as a plus-size content creator. She perceives compact options such as an apartment as restrictive. Anthony prioritizes affordability and long-term financial planning. Their competing visions have now evolved into a clash between emotional desire and financial realism. Social media viewers have begun analyzing the episode. Many sympathize with Manon's emotional battle, acknowledging the psychological impact of returning to a historically hostile environment. Others argue that her comments were emotionally aggressive and financially dismissive. Online debates reflect concerns regarding respect, practical partnership, and emotional support. Commentary from professional counselors suggests that relocation can intensify pre-existing emotional vulnerabilities. According to relational behavioral specialists, exposure to an environment associated with traumatic memories often exacerbates stress levels, especially when combined with financial uncertainty. The situation becomes more severe when the partner taking practical responsibility feels undervalued and unrecognized. Multiple viewers express concern for their son Benjamin, who is living in an environment marked by rising tension. Observers have questioned whether ongoing instability could affect the child's developmental experience. No reports currently indicate visible negative impact on him, but concerns persist as internal strain escalates. Anthony's self-esteem appears affected by perceived financial inadequacy. Sources indicate that he is questioning his ability to support the family under the present conditions, particularly after abandoning a more financially secure career path in the United States. His quiet demeanor following the confrontation suggests internalized pressure, potentially leading to communication gaps between him and Manon. Insider discussions suggest that the couple may consider therapeutic intervention. Several production link reports indicate that relationship guidance has been proposed to address emotional communication issues and to realign financial expectations. Some speculative reports also mention the possibility of partial geographical separation if progress remains limited. Forecast assessments suggest 3 potential developments. 1. Acquisition of a modest property in France under financial strain, generating further arguments about control and capability. 2. Anthony seeking expanded professional opportunities outside the current location, potentially returning temporarily to the United States for financial enhancement. 3. Separation-driven realignment, with Manon prioritizing emotional stability within France while Anthony focuses on professional recovery elsewhere. Behavior specialists point out that emotionally charged financial disputes often indicate underlying trust imbalance. The exchange involving the phrase "making pennies" is considered deeply harmful, particularly when spoken during moments of insecurity. Analysts warn that if corrective communication does not occur promptly, bitterness may become entrenched and difficult to reverse. The current stage reflects a fragile emotional and financial coexistence. The couple attempts to maintain routine activities, yet consistent indicators point toward mounting pressure. Manon continues working through psychological stress, while Anthony focuses on practical adjustments. Market analysis suggests reduced local earnings relative to Los Angeles, reinforcing his argument for initial cost efficiency. Online commentary has drawn attention to Manon's previous career momentum in the United States. Some viewers claim she may be experiencing a loss of public engagement due to relocation. This could be contributing to her increased fear of regression. She reportedly worries about abandoning potential long-term opportunities in the American content market, including brand partnerships and visibility advantages. Industry analysts forecast that if the couple fails to balance emotional and financial priorities, long-term conflict may lead to more radical life choices. Financial strategists familiar with international relocation note that attempting to replicate U.S.-based lifestyle standards without supporting income can lead to chronic dissatisfaction. Situated within this turbulent environment, both parties now face multiple pressure fronts. Anthony navigates external expectations to provide stability, while also processing interpersonal rejection. Manon seeks to recapture autonomy and self-identity while battling psychological regression linked to her past. Observers indicate that neither partner currently appears fully supported. Fans continue monitoring situation progression, discussing behavioral patterns, communication methods, and decision outcomes. Relationship experts emphasize that resolution must include mutual recognition of sacrifices, acknowledgement of emotional injuries inflicted during disputes, and collaborative planning that harmonizes both their capacities and aspirations. Production sources confirm further developments will highlight whether compassion or defensiveness dominates their upcoming interactions. Their decisions over the next few weeks may determine whether they grow through adversity or diverge further under pressure. Following the intense property disagreement, daily interaction patterns between Manon and Anthony have shifted significantly. Communication remains limited to practical matters surrounding childcare and household tasks, indicating functional cohabitation rather than active partnership. Observational footage shows prolonged silence during shared activities, with both individuals prioritizing avoidance over resolution. Anthony has increased focus on professional repositioning, spending extended hours researching work opportunities and sending applications to potential contacts. His reduced verbal engagement suggests internal processing of perceived disrespect, particularly relating to accusations regarding his earning capacity. Reports confirm that his confidence has been adversely affected, prompting explorations into temporary cross-border work assignments to re-establish financial security. Manon continues oscillating between emotional agitation and personal withdrawal. External walks alone have become frequent, particularly following high-tension interactions. Indirect behavioral indicators suggest her critical statements may be generating internal remorse. However, no direct acknowledgement has been made to Anthony. Her reluctance to initiate repair discussions appears connected to unresolved psychological sensitivity rooted in past societal judgment experienced during her adolescence in the same locality. Pediatric observers monitoring indoor tense dynamics emphasize that, while Benjamin is shielded from visible conflict, the shift in parental emotional rhythm could influence early developmental modeling if prolonged. Established patterns reveal minimal co-parenting engagement beyond routine childcare, with neither party initiating joint family activities. Further analysis from Production Insight identifies increasing physical distance and absence of affectionate gestures. In meal scenarios, Manon and Anthony refrain from sitting adjacently. Verbal exchanges are sharply utilitarian, and response delays average longer than pre-conflict recordings. Financial disparity analysis reconfirms that regional income potential for Anthony's profession is substantially lower than U.S. standards, validating his strategic caution. Meanwhile, digital engagement metrics for Manon's creative channels demonstrate decreased conversion rates due to diminished U.S. audience accessibility, leading to heightened frustration relating to career stability post-relocation. This instability mirrors psychological patterns where perceived regression can trigger defensive hostility during partnership negotiations. Experts describe the conflict model as multidimensional, involving identity erosion, perceived underappreciation, and incompatible goal prioritization. Emotional suppression in Anthony's response style risks transitioning into detachment, while expression-based confrontation from Manon risks deepening the strain if not balanced with reciprocal recognition. Projection analysis based on current behavior identifies 3 trajectory probabilities. Collaborative intervention through therapy with gradual structural realignment. Temporary geographic separation with Anthony pursuing higher financial return abroad. Escalation into long-term conflict due to cumulative unaddressed resentment. Current household dynamics indicate both parties publicly maintaining composure while internally experiencing dissociation. No official reconciliation actions have been taken. Observational summaries confirm both await the other to initiate constructive dialogue, resulting in emotional stalemate. Absence of empathetic recognition following the make pennies remark is identified as core destabilizing factor. Neutral mediators suggest resolution efforts must directly address respect breach before financial alignment can progress. Live monitoring continues as relational, environmental, and financial stress variables remain active without resolution markers.